Hello everyone and welcome back again. Now in this lesson I'm going to show you how to utilize GLUT and show you a couple tricks that you can use GLUT for certain applications, and then later on I'm going to move forward in the next lesson. So I'm going to just specify this lesson only. It's going to be a really short one, but this lesson is going to be only dedicated for GLUT, and later after I finish with GLUT here I'm going to move on and show you how to play with matrices for moving our objects. So in order to work with GLUT, or free GLUT in my case here, or in our case, we have to have two libraries. There are two libraries we need in order to program with GLUT. And let me show you. Right now, as you can see here, in my dependency, okay, we have got free GLUT. This is the DLL. You need that one. freeglut.dll and freeglut.xml. Okay, so these three libraries are needed. Now, if you are not an administrator on your computer, make sure you copy this into your bin folder. So your bin folder, I mean here. You paste your freeglut.dll over here. If you are an administrator on your computer and you don't like to copy this freeglut all the way around everywhere, please copy it to your Windows/System32 folder. Okay, so in order to forget all about it. Okay, so first of all, in order to use this, I'm actually an admin on my PC, but I cannot really remember if I have copied it to my System32 folder. So instead of wasting time navigating to it, I'm just gonna paste it over there, and I'm gonna minimize this, and I'm going to here add the references, add reference, and I'm gonna browse to my OpenGL app dependencies, and I'm going to get tau.freeglut. Now please do not touch this one. This one is not needed to be imported, or you cannot actually import it, because this one is a I mean, the freeglut.dll is the unmanaged code. This is like the C++ part, and this one is the wrapper. So what happens is, from this library we call this function. Okay, so you have to import this one. So double click and hit add, and okay, close. Now rule number one, after adding freeglut library, you have to add it into your using tau.freeglut. Rule number two, once you finish importing this little guy here and your usings, after setting the attributes, please call glut.glut init. So glut init. If you don't initialize it, you will get error, and you will never have the ability to call any kind of functions. Okay, so this has to be done. Now afterwards, let me erase those three or those two. Shift end. Okay. Now, if I hit Control F5, let me make sure just that the application runs. Just to ensure that the application runs. There you go. So my application is actually running without any problems. Now, in order to call, there are a lot of primitives available for you to use in GLUT. So glut glut, and then you can draw solid objects, like let's say solid cube. So if you remember, if you have tried it already, you could actually draw, you can actually make solid cubes on your own. You draw it face by face. You draw 6 faces, all of them together. But this one, on the other hand, you simply call it, and immediately the GLUT library will give you a cube. So as you can see here, I've got a cube. Probably I'm gonna make the Z and C to be rotating around the x-axis. So case keys dot C, rotate x plus equals 1 and break, and case keys dot Z, I'm gonna have it rotate y rotate x again, plus equals 1 and break. Okay, yeah, and it's already rotate x is here, so I'm gonna hit Control 5. So WASD to move around, like so. Q, Z. So this is my cube. Of course, it's completely white, flat shaded, and everything. I could GL color 3D, and I could specify whatever color I need, and then Control F5 that, and give it a second, and of course I'm gonna get some sort of yellow kind of cube. Okay. Now, this is for drawing a solid cube. You could even have much more fun. You could like draw a sphere. So GLUT solid sphere, solid sphere. And in solid sphere you have to pass several parameters. First of all, you have to pass the radius of the sphere. The second one, you're gonna have to pass the slices and the stacks. So I believe if you worked in Maya already, you already know that. So this is from the last lesson. No, do not save. You already know that that the sphere has like some sort of like lines going along the sphere. So I believe this is called the slices, and this is, so these vertical lines are the slices, and these ones are the stacks. The more you have them, the more polygons, the slower the PC. So please make sure you don't go ahead and punch in huge numbers. So for me, I'm gonna hit here 20, 20, and Control F5. Wait for it, and we have got a beautiful sun in our hand. And as you can see here, I'm rotating Q right now, so I'm rotating. Now, of course, if you pass in less number, you're gonna get less detailed, less detailed object. Give it a second. As you can see here, it's not a sphere anymore, it is something else. Okay, or it's, yeah, spheroid kind of an object. Okay. Now I'm gonna leave you trying these stuff. So because you have GLUT and type solid, if you type GLUT and then solid, control space, and then you have all the objects that can be actually solidly drawn. You have a cone, cube, cylinder, dodecahedron, isocahedron, or icosahedron, sorry, octahedron, rhombic dodecahedron, and you have, I don't know, other. Oh, interesting. Sierpinski sponge. Let us. Oh, I have to pass in a lot of arrays here. Okay, I'm not gonna actually right now try it right now. I haven't seen it. I haven't noticed it, so I'm quite surprised when I seen it. But anyway, give it a try. Pass in an array of floats of offsets and see what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm not gonna go in deep in here. There's one more object that could be interesting for you guys to see, is the oops, I hit control something else, so control 5, and I have got in my hand a teapot. Okay, now the coolest thing about it, you have not only that, you have as well the wired version of them. So GLUT dot, so let me, shift it, delete this one. You have GLUT wire, and you have the same exact objects. You can draw them from wire using wireframes. So if I say teapot with a size of 1, right now you're gonna see the wireframe version of these guys. You see? So Q. So this is quite interesting. Now you can have a really nice trick. If the wireframe is going to be, let's say, black, I could draw over the solid object. So GL color 3D, and I'm going to have a white object for now, let's say, and let it be not that black, let it be 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, just to stand out. GL.gl, or sorry, not GL, GLUT.GLUT solid teapot. Okay, so I'm going to draw the teapot, and over it I'm going to draw the wireframe. So if I hit Control F5, I will get, hopefully, there you go, I will get a teapot with wireframe on it. So it's solid, and you can see the wireframe rendered over this uh, 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 teapot. So it's quite interesting technique. You can guys have fun with it. Okay, so basically this is how to utilize GLUT in order to draw certain objects. Now I've been using this I'm gonna use this library. Why I'm showing it to you, because when I start constructing, for example, the solar system in front of you, I'm not going actually to draw to specify a new class to draw a sphere. I'm just gonna call the GLUT solid sphere and just simply start drawing my objects starting from there. Okay, so I'm gonna probably stop here. Feel free, you guys, try to play with GLUT library. You know, add more objects in your scene. Just play with them. You know, try to get just have fun. Draw with the circles, draw the waves along with these guys. Probably you can specify. You can draw them in a waveform, so you can put a lot of teapots arranged like in a sinusoidal wave, using probably this GL calls. Instead of drawing lines, you just simply draw teapots at a certain positions. So it could be interesting. So you guys just have fun with it. Thanks a lot for your attention, and see you in the next lesson.